this class, we are going to see transform parameters specific for text layers. If we open up the transform parameters for the layer, we find, of course, the usual parameters we have seen before. They are available for any kind of layer. If we open instead the text menu, we can find the elements specific to text layer, which can allow us advanced animation controls. We can set the source text, we can work with paths, and we can change how text is managed within the layer. Let's go and see what we can find instead within the Animate menu on the right. Here we can activate many different transform parameters. First of all, we have an Enable Per Character 3D option, which allows us to work using each typo in the text layer as a single element in 3D space. Underneath, we find the different transform parameters that we can apply to the text. Let's choose position. With this parameter, we can change the position of the letters in our text. Let's try to repeat the animation we did for the bouncing ball. Obviously, we can even add more parameters to our animation, such as scale. For now, we have recreated a simple animation, but the real power of text animation resides in the Range Selector menu. Here we can choose how the transformations we created are going to affect the text. We can use the selector in order to modify our animation. By changing the start and end point, we change which character in our text are affected by the transformation. Through the advanced features of a selector, we can go into more control on the animation, changing if it affects character, words, or even lines, changing how the selector interacts with the transformation, and even apply random values to the selector. By changing and animating these elements, we can modify the behavior of the text in a significant way. Now let's duplicate our comp and try a different approach to animation. Instead of creating an animation with the transform parameters, we can set a fixed transformation and manage its impact on the text by animating only the range selector. For example, we can play with start and end controls together with the amount control in order to make a complex animation. As I said before, we have many transform parameters we can select to animate a text layer. We have the classic anchor point, position, scale, rotation and opacity, as well as other specific controls such as the hue of the typographical character, color controls, tracking and lining, and char set based transform parameters. Let's duplicate our comp once more and try another different animation. This time we are going to use a path to orient our text. With the pen tool, we can create a path, an open mask, that we can use to orient our text. If we select mask 1 as reference path, our text will follow it as a track, and all our transformations will be relative to the path. For example, we can move the text along the path. These are the basic elements of text animation. The only limit is creativity and the aim of the project.